Good morning and welcome to Wichita State University's Weekly Briefing. I'm Tracy Freese, Director of Communication for Research and Economic Development. These briefings are held in an effort to keep the campus and public better informed about the progress occurring at Wichita State. Following the update and today's featured speaker, there'll be a time for questions. Wichita State's faculty approved a reduction in mandatory general education courses to 36 hours from 42. The move was approved by a vote of 165 to 69 at Monday's general faculty meeting. The reduction is meant to bring Wichita State's requirements in line with peer institutions and create a more flexible and less complicated general education system. In 2017, the Kansas Board of Regents requested that universities cap degree programs at 120 total credit hours to promote on-time degree completion. We have an update on some of the campus construction. The building shell for the new Partnership 3 building located near Oliver Street on the east side of campus is complete. Construction is underway on a shared office space in a portion of the second floor, and its anticipated completion is later this month. The Advanced Virtual Engineering and Testing Lab, also located near Oliver, is substantially complete. Crash sled equipment is being calibrated and tested, and staff will move into the Avett building in late November. Construction is also underway on a new building to house the Advanced Testing Laboratory for Aerospace Structures, or ATLAS, a part of Wichita State's National Institute for Aviation Research. This building is located between Nyair and Wallace Hall, with an anticipated completion in January 2020. The Steve Clark YMCA and Student Wellness Center is scheduled to be complete in mid-December and open in January. WSU Health and Wellness departments will move in after finals in December. Woolsey Hall design is underway with the architectural team on site in late October to meet with students, faculty, and staff. The team is working toward a late summer 2020 groundbreaking and completion in the spring of 2022. In athletics, the Student Athlete Success Center is under construction with anticipated completion in August. Renovation of Koch Arena offices will begin in January, and the X Stadium Performance Facility is scheduled for completion in January as well. General Paul E. Funk II, Commanding General of the U.S. Army Training and Doctrine Command, will visit Shocker Battalion at Wichita State today. This is the first semester for the new cadets for the Army ROTC, and the Division of Diversity and Community Engagement is honored to host General Funk. General Funk is responsible for 32 Army schools organized under 8 centers of excellence that recruit, train, and educate more than 500,000 soldiers and service members annually. UPP and USS Senate's challenge Faculty Senate to a friendly competition to see who can collect the most donations for the Shocker Support Locker. Until Friday, November 22, drop off food items, hygiene products, baby products, and more in the donation boxes provided around campus. You can also collect items within your department and call Central Services at 978-3545 for pickup. All staff and faculty are encouraged to participate. The Shocker Support Locker aims to alleviate food insecurity on campus and contribute to the overall health and well-being of our students, faculty, and staff by providing a variety of nutritional and functional resources to Shockers at no cost. And now I'd like to introduce our featured speaker, Neil Allen, Chair and Associate Professor of Political Science.
Thank you. I'm Neil Allen. I'm the chair of the Political Science Department here at Wichita State University, and also I'm the director of our Washington, D.C. Topeka internship program. Our department is in the Fairmount College of Arts and Science, liberal arts and sciences, and one of the ways that we try to further the applied learning mission of Wichita State University is through this particular program. It's a program that supports students who intern in our state capital of Topeka and our nation's capital of Washington, D.C., and they do that working in legislative offices, for campaigns, in journalism, and in nonprofit and advocacy work. And this particular program is supported by foundation and philanthropic funds that have been raised through the Political Science Department, the Cohen Honors College, and for the first time this year, the Elliott School of Communication. And I could talk a long time about this particular program because it's my favorite thing that I get to do with my life as a professional. But instead, I'd like to kick it to Hannah Chegwin, an intern last year in Topeka with then representative and current representative and now mayor-elect of Wichita, Brandon Whipple.
Hi, I'm Hannah Chegwin. I interned in Topeka last year for Representative Brandon Whipple. As an intern in Topeka, I got to sit in on committee meetings, sit on the House floor and see all of the proceedings there and sit in on meetings with the representatives. I also did some work for his office mate, Representative Jared Owsley, and I also had an opportunity to intern for Loud Light, which is an organization that mostly focuses on videos updating about what's happening in the legislature, but the interns there last year made a video about Medicaid expansion. Also, as an intern, we had an opportunity to meet with the other interns partnered with KU every week and have a class there and discuss what was happening and also have a little bit of curriculum with that as well. We get 9 credit hours for being an intern, and then there's also an opportunity to take online classes to round out to a full-time schedule, which is what I did. And now we also have some interns from this year that are going to talk about what they're anticipating.
Hello, my name is Tyler Coates. I'm a junior here at WSU this year. I will be interning in Washington, D.C. in the spring for Senator Steve Daines of Montana. I really want to experience just the legislative process and how it works in D.C. I see myself having a career in politics, and so this experience for me will be invaluable. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Eric Cruz. I'm interning for fairvote.org, which is a nonpartisan group working to expand voter rights through the use of ranked choice voting. This works really well for me because it fits my interests of electoral reform, and I look forward to the opportunity of interning in Washington, D.C.
Hi, my name is Mariam Boudra. I'm a sophomore here at WSU. I'll be interning with Watkins Public Strategies in the spring. I'm excited for this opportunity because it's going to give me invaluable workplace experience and will probably help me in my pursuit of higher education after graduating here.
And thank you, Miriam, and thank you, Eric, and thank you, Tyler, and thank you, Hannah. So this is just a small example of the great kind of things that our students can do when we empower them both with philanthropic support and encouragement by faculty members so they can take positive risks. I'd like to announce that this year we have accepted into our program a record number of students, right now sitting at 15. We have 7 going to DC and 8 going to Topeka. That's a record for total number of interns and also a record for Topeka interns. Our previous record last year was 2, and now we're at 7. Also, one of the reasons why I asked Miriam and Eric to talk is because they got their internships with Watkins Public Strategies and Fair Vote through a competitive process of interviewing on campus because their supervisors were kind enough to come here and intern on campus. And also we have some other students with really great placements so far, and we're still working really hard to get even more great placements. And so I'd just like to thank the Strategic Communications for the time here, and also to let all of you know that even though today is the day of the impeachment hearings, and sometimes we might think that the present of American politics is not something we want, but when I see these students, I have hope for the future, and because they are going to be the reason why, in the words of my late mentor and friend, President John Bardo, it's always a great day to be a Shocker.
And at this time, I'll take any questions on today's update or any other topics.
I have a question for Dr. Allen.
Okay. Let me come back up.
Do you have any opportunity or plans to expand this kind of internship opportunity to local politics like here in Wichita?
Thank you. The question was if we have any kind of opportunities for students here in Wichita, or we would like to expand the program into a more local focus. We have students that often on their own get Wichita internships or local internships, and we can support that with some amount of funding and some amount of credit. Although the kind of funding we have for Topeka and DC, which provides students with housing support and transportation support, we don't yet have the funding for that. But we are going to work pretty quickly to try to set up a Wichita internship program through the Political Science Department. And that's going to be a priority both of our department and of the Mayor-elect Brandon Whipple, and we've already started to have some conversations about that. Thank you.
Are there any other questions? Okay, if there are no other questions, we'd like to close by reminding you of Wichita State's vision and mission. Our vision to be internationally recognized as the model for applied learning and research, and our mission to be essential educational, cultural, and economic driver for Kansas and the greater public good. Thank you for coming to today's briefing. The next briefing will be held at 10 a.m. on Thursday, November 21.